What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Going for Two. I am Q1 Humphreys. It is day 22 of Going for 25 Days of Christmas, where I'm uploading every single day up until Christmas, trying to grow the subscriber count and get more guys, get more eyes into the community. So, we had a goal of hitting 300 subs. We've hit that goal. Now we want to hit 400 subs by the end of January. Can we do that? I don't know, but I know for a fact I need your help. So please, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share with your folks. Let's get right into it. Okay, y'all. The Atlanta Falcons are on a 2-game winning streak. I haven't talked about the Falcons in it might have been about a month on this channel since I talked about Atlanta Falcons. But the Falcons have won 2 straight games. They defeated the Arizona Cardinals on Sunday in a 26-19 victory. This is after the big comeback win against Tampa Bay on Thursday night the week before. So that makes back-to-back weeks that the Atlanta Falcons have won a game despite having a double-digit deficit. Doesn't it sound like the shoe's on the wrong foot right now? Over the course of the entire season, we've blown several leads this year. We've failed to close out several games this year, and right now, when it does not matter at all, we're finding ways to win. Shout out Raheem Morris, Mr. Find a Way. Shout out him. So I think a lot of what the Falcons fans, I know what I'm thinking is, too little, too late. You know, we've been eliminated from playoff contention, and now we're winning games, which is all right. It's cool. I guess, of course, you play to win the game, and we don't have a first-round pick, so there ain't no point in tanking. But, man, it's like if we could have got us playing like this maybe 2 weeks earlier, we'd literally be in the playoff race. We'd be in probably leading the division. You know, you look at the way the NFC South is setting up right now. You got the Panthers with an 8-7 record after they beat the Buccaneers, and they're ahead in the division. If we would have closed out the game against the Panthers a couple weeks ago, we'd be number 1 in the NFC South. And that's the thing about the South. The South is the weakest division in the NFC. Maybe the weakest division in the NFL. So you don't got to be spectacular to win it. You can go out there and go 9-8 and have a home field advantage for your first playoff game. And the frustration that me and that a lot of Atlanta fans have is that you got to be average, mediocre to win the NFC South. And over the past 4 years plus, we just have not been able to do it. You know what I'm saying? I want to say we have the longest playoff streak of missing the playoffs in the NFL. And it is just not at all a good look at all. But enough for the Debbie Down. I want to talk about some bright sides of this year, bright sides of these games, and kind of how us winning games now might affect what we look like in the future. So, a big win yesterday. We saw Bijan Robinson have himself another day. He had 76 rushing yards. He had 79 receiving yards. He had 92 receiving yards. 92 receiving yards, seven catches and a touchdown. That makes him the first player this season, to hit 2,000 yards from scrimmage, which is great. And he is one of 4 players to have a 2,000 total yard season under the age of 24. So Bijan Robinson is an absolute star. I love our usage of him. Even with us running him and Algier actually got, I want to say he got more carries, or the same exact carries as Bijan last yesterday. But, you know, we still got a heavy dose of 7. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need. For us to be successful, Bijan Robinson has to be included in so much of our offense, and it has to happen the entirety of the game. And yesterday, we saw that. You know, Bijan Robinson is here to stay. Hopefully, he's a Falcon for life. We got Drake London back. Drake London came back. He had a pretty decent game. Kyle Pitts had another good performance after the super duper breakout game on Thursday night last week against the Buccaneers, where he had a crazy stat line. So I want to talk about Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts, really up until last week, it was kind of like, okay, well, we can just let him walk. He doesn't have it. But over the last couple of weeks, we're kind of seeing him kind of really step up and play really well. I was very, very, very high on Kyle Pitts coming into the season. I felt like him and Penix coming into the season after having a full offseason, a full training camp together, was going to be great. Didn't turn out that way, But with Kirk coming back in lineup, Kirk being the quarterback, he's got back to producing. I think Kyle Pitts is a guy that of course he has not reached his full potential. But I don't think I can write the will on him just yet. I can't write the will on him just yet because the guy is talented. And we can't forget that when he had a stable quarterback situation, his rookie season, he had 1,000 yards. And this year, I think this year he may have another 1,000 yards. I think he's at 800 yards right now on the season, number 2 in terms of receiving yards for the tight ends. So he's having a good year per se. So I think we bring back Kyle Pitts, get more stability at the quarterback position, and see what happens from there. Now, that to me is the biggest question mark, the quarterback position, because we know Michael Penix tore his ACL, had surgery on, and he likely will not be ready for week 1. And the situation with Kirk Cousins now, the situation is that he has a very, very large cap hit. To keep him next season, we're going to end up losing a lot of money in terms of the cap because of his cap hit from the major contract that he signed. Not last offseason, but the offseason before last. So it was kind of like, okay, well, Kirk Cousins he's kind of playing now to, audition for another team. But you look at how the offenses look, you look at how the passing game has looked ever since he stepped into the QB1 role. We've looked good. We look better than we have for majority of the season. Now, I will say that I do think I'm rocking with Penix more down the line. He's gonna be fine, y'all. He's not dead. He just has a torn ACL. He'll be back, and that's his first injury to the knee that he got hurt. I think he'll be back. I think he'll be fine. But with us not having a first round pick next year, and I think we need to be competitive next season. And the truth is, what Kirk Cousins can do is that he could keep us competitive going into the next season. Now, the thing about Kirk Cousins' situation is with him being so expensive, you don't start him for 4 games and then sit him down when Michael Penix comes back. That's not what you do to him. So maybe the Falcons decide to just move on from Kirk and bring in another young guy that could possibly play for a couple of games, and maybe we stay afloat until Michael Penix comes back. But we got to see what happens with the quarterback situation because Kirk Cousins has been playing pretty decent ball ever since he's taken a starting job. The next thing, coaching. The coaching hot seat for Raheem Morris has definitely gotten a lot cooler over the past couple of weeks. I know us as the fans, we probably still want him gone. But the truth of the matter is, Raheem Morris is probably going to be our coach next season. And that may not be the worst thing in the world because I look at Raheem Morris and how he's been as our head coach. I'm not going to sit here and say he's a bad coach in terms of getting the guys fired up to play. But in game, he makes his mistakes. He's that with time management, clock management, stuff like that, cool. But I'll say this. When he came and brought his guys from LA, Jimmy Lake and Zach Robinson, Jimmy Lake was bad. We see how good the defense improved when we got rid of Jimmy Lake and brought in Jeff Ulbrich. Zach Robinson, I think he has got to go. I understand that we've been playing better kind of offensively over the past couple of weeks. But Zach Robinson got to go. And do we have the faith in Raheem to go hire another really good coordinator to replace one of his guys? Because if he can get a Jeff Ulbrich equivalent to where the defense was last season, then we'll be straight. We'll be straight. And like I said earlier in the video, the NFC South is so bad to where you don't got to be spectacular to win it. You go and get 9-10 wins, you're going to be in the playoffs. And especially this season where how it feels like everyone's beating up on each other. You can go out and get 9 wins this year and you're going to be in the playoffs, period, without even having a division title. So I think there are a lot of things that are up in the air with the Atlanta Falcons right now, and it's really because of how we've been playing over the past couple of weeks. And I also think it would be tough to hire a new head coach without having a quarterback. I don't think people are going to want this job. You know, Arthur Smith. Think about Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith never got his pick at quarterback. He never did. Never did. You know, so I said we just see what happens. We got the Rams this Sunday, which might be a drubbing, y'all. The Rams might put up 50 on us. We'll see. And then we finish the season off against the Saints. So we'll see what happens. Put them in the comment section your thoughts on the Falcons winning streak. Two's a streak. On the Falcons winning streak and how they've been playing and what you think we should do to fix things going into next season. But until next time, Going for 2. We out of here. Yeah.